Hello everybody, what's going on? So today is December 18th and SOFI stock is up more than 4%. This is really a great news. The main reason why the stock is up, I would say, is because yesterday Anthony Noto sat down for an interview on Crypto in America podcast, and he didn't just talk about the future. He laid out a blueprint for a total market takeover. He officially announced big business banking, a move that signals SoFi is finally stepping out of the fintech shadow and into the arena with the global banking giants. And the weapon they are bringing to fight, it's not just a better app, it's a vertically integrated tech stack powered by Galileo and brand new stablecoin called SOFI USD. Let's look at the charts, what's happening there. So early morning we saw some good momentum in the stock. Now let's break down why this is a game changer for SoFi stock as we head into 2026. For years the bear have argued that SoFi is just a bank in tech clothing, that they are limiting by their balance sheet. But Noto's announcement about Galileo and SOFI USD flipped that script entirely. By moving into big business banking, SoFi is targeting the massive commercial sector, but they are doing it with a cost structure that JP Morgan or Bank of America simply cannot match. Noto explicitly discuss how Galileo, which already processes over 8 billion transactions a year, is the key part of their advantage. It's the AWS of fintech. When you combine that infrastructure with a native stablecoin, you aren't just moving money. You are programming you're programming it according to the latest update. The SoFi stablecoin is being built on Ethereum network. This isn't some fly-by-night crypto project. This is a dollar-backed asset with reserve held directly at Federal Reserve Bank account. These are the reasons why the stock is holding perfectly today. Bulls have taken the charge and the stock is holding these gains. This is a good sign. It would be interesting to see how it performs today in the later market session. However, the timing that really interesting here is that we are sitting in December 2025. The launch is just weeks away. If you look at the financials we have seen over the last year, SoFi has already hit 8 consecutive quarters of profitability. They have grown their membership to over 12 million people. But the big business pivot is where the real margin expansion happens. Commercial banking is higher volume and stickier than consumer banking. Okay, now let's check what's happening on the 4 hours chart. So if you will notice the stock, this was the biggest support here, $23.5, and here it is bouncing back from this support level. To me, seems like the bounce back is coming because if you will notice, it is creating a W pattern here. This is really a great sign for investors, I would say. Also, when Noto says they are going to kick their butts because they are a national bank, he is not just being confident, he is pointing to the fact that SOFI is the only nationally chartered FDIC insurance bank that is actually building on chain. While other banks are waiting for permission or trying to patch together 40 years old legacy system, SoFi is natively building the future of money on Ethereum. From an investment perspective, this is the inflection point we have been waiting for. We are seeing a transition from a lending heavy revenue model to a technology and service model. Lending used to be 100% of their revenue when Noto joined. Today, it's down to roughly 45%. As big business banking scale through the Galileo platform, we are going to see those high margin fee revenue explode. Now let's talk about the stock as well. The market has been cautious because of the broader higher for longer interest rate environment, but they are completely missing the technological super cycle that Noto is describing. SoFi isn't just a bank anymore. It's a global payment rail. If SoFi USD become the standard for interbank settlement or B2B payment, for the for the regional banks that Galileo already serves, the valuation of this company shouldn't be compared to a bank. It should be compared to Visa or MasterCard. Anthony Noto has stated his goal is to make SoFi top 10 financial institutions. To do that, they need to 10x from here. And looking at this pivot into commercial banking and 2026 launch of SoFi USD, that goal doesn't look possible. It looked probable. So here's my takeaway. The big business banking announcement is the most significant fundamental catalyst for this stock since they received their banking charter. You have a battle tested CEO, a profitable business model, and now a cutting edge technology advantage that their competitors are too slow to replicate. As we close out to 2025, the setup for SoFi stock is looking incredibly bullish. You are getting a seat at the table of the future of finance before the rest of the world realize that AWS of fintech is finally fully operational. 2026 is going to be the year of SoFi, and if you aren't paying attention to what's happening with Galileo and SoFi USD, you are going to miss the biggest growth story in the sector. It seems like the stock is also preparing to bounce back from here. So this is the next resistance level around $32.7, and I believe definitely in 2026 we are going to create a new all-time high. The stock is looking pretty good here. Seems like it is bouncing back, and I believe it will bounce back because earlier what we saw, that was a consolidation. Because if you will look on the monthly charts, stock was doing quite well from past few months, from past few years I would say. And okay, let me write here. So if you will notice, the stock was doing quite good from many months, and this is the consolidation phase, and from here I believe it will bounce back. Because the fundamentals of the stock of this company are really awesome. Balance sheet is perfect. They are generating revenue, net profits. Their their balance sheet is awesome, and I don't see any reason that could send the stock down. But little bit of consolidation is possible. I won't deny that. However, I don't think that it will go down. This was a consolidation phase, and I believe it is ready to bounce back from here. I would say there is no reason to panic here. Whatever CEO has announced, definitely in future, once once the company will execute all those plans, then we will see some good momentum in its stock price. So get ready for that. With that said, thank you so much for being here. See you in next one.